Hello, welcome my friends to the Eurofan, that's me. For today's episode I'm going to review the Estonian entry for Eurovision 2022, which has been represented by singer Stefan with the song Hope, after the well performance of Uku Suviste in last year's contest, but was ultimately unlucky as he did not make it to the grand final. Estonia keeps its participation as usual, hoping to achieve a second victory in the contest. Let's take a look at the chosen artists to represent the Baltic country in Turin. Stefan, mostly well known by his name, is an Estonian pop singer and songwriter from Armenian parents. He has been in the world of music since he was a kid, participating in several children music festivals, winning some of them. He will start his musical career around 2017, first as part of the musical duo Bache, and the following year as a soloist, releasing several singles written by him since then, although he has not released a studio album yet. By then, in 2018, he becomes popular in the Estonian musical scene, with the first of many participations he will have in Eesti Laul, the national final organized by the Estonian public broadcaster, which chooses the country's representative for Eurovision. In that first attempt, he participated as part of Aje, finishing third in the final. He went to participate again in the following 2 years as a soloist, finishing third and seventh respectively in both finals. In 2020, trying something different, he participated in the first edition of the Estonian version of the Max Singer, performing diversity of musical genres, and eventually winning the competition. The following year, in 2021, Stefan will participate for the fourth time in Eesti Laul. But before commenting, let's find out how he gets there. With the beginning of the season, the Estonian public broadcaster opened a submission period for artists and songwriters to send their proposals for the 14th edition of the aforementioned national final, being able to send up to 5 songs each one, and there was a fee to pay by every song submitted. An expert jury took in charge of reviewing and selecting the songs that will participate in the competition, and Stefan's song came out among them. For this edition, the Estonian public broadcaster decided to enlarge the format, adding quarterfinals for the very first time. The 4 shows of the quarterfinals will take place between November and December of last year, while the semifinals and the final would remain in February as usual. With this move, in addition, they have increased the number of participants to 40, in which 20 of them will qualify to the semifinals, 5 per each quarterfinal, and later 10 of them will qualify to the final, 5 per each semifinal. Stefan will participate in the third quarterfinal, qualifying to the semifinals by the artist selected by the televote. He will compete later in the second semifinal, qualifying to the final thanks to the votes of the public and the jury. Then, in the final show, 3 of the finalists will qualify to the super final, after a first round of voting of the public and the jury, and the winner in that super final will be decided only by televote. Stefan will qualify as the first super finalist with the highest score, and he eventually will win the competition thanks to the televote, gaining finally, after 4 attempts, the right to represent Estonia on the main stage of Turin. This is a fully Western track indeed. Now here comes the analysis according to what he has presented in his official music video. The melody in this case is a country track, being the first time Stefan performs in this musical genre. In particular, I like the instrumentation and the backing vocals through the song. Stefan's voice is quite versatile, outstanding both in the lower keys during the verses and the higher keys in the chorus. It comes to attention the fact how skilled and wide is his vocal range, as is not usual to see in a singer. If you already have an idea of what is this song about, then I can confirm you it's exactly about that. Hope. It talks about keeping hope alive even in difficult circumstances, transmitting the message that things will eventually get better, as long as you stand by your beliefs and your convictions. Analyzing the official music video, the plot was quite predictable in some way, with situations commonly seen in American Wild Western stories. In the first shots, Stefan is seen walking through a desert with no destination, and also a boy is seen running in that desert. I guess the boy represents one of the interpretations of the song's title, as children are the future's hope, and later sung up the shots of Stefan riding a horse. In the second chorus, the plot gets a dramatic turn, as a gunman is threatening Stefan with a gun to dig a hole to bury a dead person into an urn with an inscription on it, which says Hope. We must remember that Hope is a common female name, so probably the corpse is a god. There are some shots seen later with Stefan being chased by a gunman attempting to kill him. During the bridge, he appears fainted in the dried soil under the sun, waking up at some point, thinking he must keep running away from the gunmen that are chasing him yet. Towards the end of the music video, it seems like he gets to a place into the desert where he can feel safe, insinuating that he had escaped and lost sight of the gunmen. Making a summary of the comments, the Estonian entry for this year is interesting. It's a universal message in which most of the people will think identified without any doubt. Recalling the staging in the Estonian national final, the performance was focused on him singing the song with his guitar, being mostly in the center of the stage all the time. The visual graphics used in this case were shots of the desert seen in the music video. As an extra detail, the location is the Tabernas Desert in Almeria, right here in Spain, while two cowboys were seen in both sides of the stage, simulating a pistol duel. Okay, we know this is a country song, but this is too cliché. The proposal was simple, although enough for him to achieve the victory in the national final. For the staging and touring, there were some changes in the performance seen in the national final as seen during the rehearsals. This time, Stefan will be walking all over the stage, literally. The cowboys were discarded, and there was more focus in the spotlights using white, orange, yellow, and blue tones. After seeing his performance in the second semi-final, he defended his entry quite well. That was evident with his qualification to the grand final. Then, during the counting of the votes in the grand final, he achieved a quite modest result, placing 13th in the final ranking. This was a very good result for Estonia this time, with a very concrete and clear message liked by many people. Beyond the contest, there is no doubt Stefan will move forward with his musical career, but it will be a matter of time to know if he decides to release his debut studio album, or if he will keep releasing singles as he has been doing since ever. And you, what do you think about the Estonian entry for this year? Don't wait up and leave your comments down below so we can keep the discussion. And this is it for today's episode. I hope this content is of your taste. If so, give me a like, subscribe, enable notifications, and follow me in my social media. Take care and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.